Hi there! In this video, I'll be sharing you the ultimate guide on how to win and be confident on buying a real estate property today. After this video, I'll make sure that you'll be a well-informed real estate investor. Take note that you will get a bonus from me after the end of this video, several guides on how to prepare yourself in buying a real estate property. So stay tuned and enjoy the learning. Before I give you the ultimate guide, have you ever wondered why people really buy real estate properties or invest in real estate properties at some point in their life? So I was able to identify three major factors. They said that home ownership provides a stable and safe environment for their children and their family members. Another one is they believe that owning an tangible asset like real estate is something to be proud of. And lastly, real estate has the opportunity to earn passive income or additional stream, can provide you additional stream of income while you are working on your day job. But needless to say, buying a real estate property can really be expensive. So if you're a first-time home buyer, it can be really overwhelming with all the details that your real estate agents are saying. Or maybe for sure, you're scared if you overlook some miscellaneous charges, or you're afraid to work with a real estate agent because you think that they just want a commission from you. Or perhaps you're afraid of committing to buy the property you love because you think that the market value of that property will not increase at all. But because at the end of the day, you work really hard today to provide the needs of your family for tomorrow. And you don't want to lose your hard-earned money just because you overlook some unforeseen expenses. But what if I told you that buying a real estate property is not expensive at all? What if there are only few initial requirements you need to provide to reserve a property? What if I told you that the reason why the project developers place that specific project on a certain location? So I know you're really excited, but before I go on, let me introduce myself. So I'm Mark Aranaido, and then I am a real estate salesperson based here in Cagayan de Oro. So I cater Northern Mindanao and Cebu City projects. I'm also affiliated with Richhome Realty and Arca Brokers and Partners. Now, let me show you what are the key factors that you need to know in buying a real estate property. But before that, let's just say you are buying a condominium unit here in Cagayan de Oro. So you're interested to buy Avida Towers, Aspira by Ayala, located in the downtown area. Alright, so for the first factor is you need to know your goals. And you need to be realistic with that one. So there are sets of criteria that I will be showing on how to set your goals. So first is the location. Would you prefer buying a real estate property near to your to a nice community or neighborhood, perhaps near to your workplace, or near to your favorite malls, or near the schools of your children? So next is purpose. What is the goal or purpose of buying a property? Is it because personal use for your family or for rental property? So another one is timeline. So when are you planning to move in or to use that property? Is it within 6 months, 1 to 2 years, or more than 2 years? Because this will dictate the price of the property that you want to buy or you can afford. So, and lastly is the budget. Are you willing to set aside at least 20% from your monthly salary to pay in the monthly equity or down payment? Also, do you have enough savings to pay for the reservation fee? So let's discuss this further. So first, for the location, it's really important to know your preferred location of the property. So in our example, you're interested to buy in Avida Towers Aspira, located in the downtown, because it is in the proximity of business districts in the downtown area, nearby schools, prestigious schools, in case that you want your children to enroll in Xavier University, or nearby malls where to relax, or it is near to business district or business transactions, diba? Also nearby recreational areas, which is a place to relax, like lifestyle district, or go to church, or enjoy sports like the sports center. So yun. So next is for the purpose. So if the main goal of you of buying a home is for personal use, you also need to consider the number of bedrooms that can accommodate your family. Alright? So you can also get to maximize the strategic location, which is either near from your workplace or your children's school. So that's why it's really important to know your ideal location, since provided that one of our issues here in Cagayan de Oro is the traffic issue, right? So another one is rental property. So as you can see, I've show you some ideal proximity or nearby places or nearby establishments of your interested property, diba? So you can maximize that one. So you need to prepare your condominium unit that can accommodate your ideal renters. So it can be businessmen or workers within that specific area. So it would depend, diba? So it is important to know your ideal client or renters. Also, you get to maximize the amenities because Avida Towers Aspira has its own gym, swimming pool, game room, and retail area. So they have commercial areas on the ground floor, which is really ideal for some of those businessmen that they just want to relax or enjoy after their business transactions here in their city, right? So another one is the strategic location, kasi nga it is nearby business district and event centers. You can rent out anyone that is interested to live on that specific location, or rent out in that specific location, diba? And lastly is the timeline. When are you planning to move? Because this will, like I told you earlier, it is really important because this will affect the price and monthly payments that the property that you're gonna buy. So let's just say you're planning to move in within the year. So it is considered as already ready for occupancy unit. So the building is already there. So what would happen is it has its few drawbacks because your monthly equity will be higher, that the payment term will be shorter. Also, the unit price is almost on its maximum appreciation value. So mahirapan ka na to resell it in the future because you bought it on a higher price na. So hindi na siya on its introductory price. Because the main goal of this video or this tutorial is to maximize your monthly salary to buy your dream home, diba? So usually kasi pag ready for occupancy na, nasa 12 months lang yung payment scheme. So it would be really heavy talaga. So another option which is I really recommend is to buy within the pre-selling stage. So you get to use the property within 2 to 5 to 4 years time. So yung advantages dito is you get to prepare, and then your monthly equity will be lower provided that the payment term will be longer, as the project is currently on development or still ongoing pa in development nila. So also the unit price is still introductory price kasi hindi mo po mapapagamit yung magagamit yung unit mo eh. So 'di ba? So unlike the ready for occupancy units, which is 12 months lang yung naka-stretch yung equity down payments nila. For the pre-selling projects, it is around 36 to 48 months. So it would be a lot more cheaper and you have more room to prepare for your real estate property. So, diba, how awesome is that? So, now, another criteria is, which is really, really important, is the budget. Like I've said earlier, can you allocate at least 20% to 30% of your monthly income? So, let's just say you have 40,000 monthly income. So, we will try to multiply it with the 20%. So, you have 8,000 worth of budget that you can pay for the monthly equity or down payment. So this is your budget that you'll be using later on, ha. So another factor or criteria that you also need to consider is, do you have enough buffer money or savings to pay for the reservation fee? Because this is also important because you have other expenses or you have other priorities to pay, diba? So ayun. So you need to consider those one. So you need to identify your goals and be realistic to be in order to be successful for your real estate investment. So second factor is you need to know all the requirements and payment terms. So usually there are two types of requirements. So first is the initial requirements upon reservation, and second is requirements for the bank financing. So you will provide different requirements on these stages. So in this presentation, we will only focus the number one because I will explain this further later on. So alright, so for the Avida Towers Aspira, these are their initial requirements that they're requiring. So you just need to fill up the reservation form, reservation fee, 2 valid IDs, payment slips to proof of billing, just to justify that you can really afford to pay the property. Alright, so once you're able to provide these requirements, so you are now obliged, or you can now start to reserve the property. So the next thing is you need to know the payment terms. Kasi dito nawawala lahat yung mga mga home buyers eh. Parang they tend to overlook some of the charges, so that's why you really need to be keen on the payment terms so that you can justify it as you pay along with the monthly payment, diba? So you need to choose kung ano lang yung kaya ng budget mo. So let's just say usually the project developers offer 3 options. So first is the spot cash, if you want to pay 100% full with cash, which is really not for all. So let's just be practical and focus on the bank financing side kasi it is more practical. And at the same time, the third one is the in-house financing. It is similar with the bank financing, pero ang project developer na yung mag-provide ng ng payment. So sa kanila ka na maglo-loan. Okay? So the good thing in in-house financing is mas lighter yung requirements nila, hindi strict compared to the bank. If you have tried applying for a loan in bank, medyo strict talaga sila. So they have several standards and criterias. But in this video, I'll just focus on the bank financing aspect since this is really common and it is really applicable for all. Alright, so we will stick on the 10% down payment equity and the 90% loanable amount. Alright, so let's just say we apply the 1090 bank financing option. So we saw it earlier that Avida Towers Aspira is currently on a pre-selling stage. So that's why the down payment or equity is payable within 48 months. So parang kaya lang, diba? We will not focus on the 90% loanable amount because you will just avail this one, the loanable amount, the 90%, after you were able done paying for the 48 months. So assuming after 48 months, nag-increase na yung na corporate ladder. So you are currently on the higher position. That means you're mas mataas na yung salary grade mo. So paying with the loanable monthly amortization in the bank wouldn't be an issue at all na. Alright? Because ito yung pinaka-crucial eh. So, at this point, that's why, because in real estate kasi, you really need to invest as early as possible if you want to have a good deal. Because if you buy the property on an introductory price, you can really benefit on the long term because you can sell it any time na mas on a higher price na. Right? So, let's just say, for example, the pre-selling stage of the Abida Towers unit is worth 3 million. So, including in transfer charges dyan. This is also, you need to ask for your agent, or if you're asking for the property details, if including na ba yung transfer charges sa total contract price ng unit. So that, kasi dito na overlook minsan yung mga other miscellaneous charges. So, you need to ask this one, the transfer charges. So, the reservation fee is worth 20,000. So, the 10% of 3 million is equity, 300,000, and then the remaining loanable amount is 2.7. So, the good thing about the reservation fee, it will be deducted on the 300,000 of the equity payment. So, mangyayari dyan, around 280,000 na lang yung equity mo divided by 48 months. So, yung monthly equity mo is just around 5,833. Payable within 48 months lang, you just need to pay 5,833 monthly. So, pasok sa budget natin, di ba? So, may budget ka na 8,000. So, the remaining, like, nasa 2,000 plus, you can save that one to prepare after 48 months, di ba? So, let's just say, you can prepare for your interior, your furnitures, at least, nakakapag-prepare ka na ahead of time. Di ba? So, ayun. So, meaning, this project is affordable based on your budget, allowable budget, di ba? So, once you're able to provide the requirements, the initial requirements upon reservation, so, along these 5 requirements with the reservation fee, so, after 31 days upon reservation, you will start paying with the 5,833. So, hindi siya sabay yung reservation fee mo at yung monthly equity mo. The first payment of your monthly equity. So, may buffer time ka pa na 31 days. So, okay lang. Alright? So, as easy as that, you're already preparing yourself for having an expensive way of buying a home. Diba? Because not everybody is aware of this one. Because they think that mahal yung bumili ng bahay. But it's really not. As long as you really have the enough knowledge to learn on how to budget your finances, diba? So, nasa diskarte mo lang din yan, diba? Alright, so, for the third factor naman, take note that real estate property value will always increase. So, that's why I was really pushing you towards buying on a pre-selling stage para introductory price pa, mura pa. Kasi after few months, mag-i-increase na yung price yan eh. So, let's just say after 48 months, you don't want to pursue the property. Kasi you have other priorities to spend on your money. Diba? So, let's just say you can, that initial investment for the down payment or equity can be your investment na. Because you'll be selling your rights in the property on a higher value, so may kita ka na. So you can earn as much as 30 to 50% of your initial investment. So let's just say you invested 300,000, diba, within 48 months. So pag ibebenta mo yan around additional, pag nag-increase talaga yung na-appreciate talaga yung property value mo within 50%, so that is around additional 150,000 within the span of 48 months. So may savings ka na. Your investment was earning while you are paying the monthly equity. Parang forced savings lang siya. So imagine you were able to gain or to profit at least 150,000 after 48 months. That's a really big amount, and then passive lang siya. You less effort lang siya. You didn't do anything at all. So, yun. Another issue kasi, so one concern that I was always encountering is, paano pag hindi nag-appreciate yung value ng property ko? So, that is unlikely. That is unlikely talaga na mangyayari yan because the project developers launched that specific project on a specific location because they already know the potential of that location. So, unless na may natural calamities na mangyayari, that's the time na mag-depreciate talaga yung property value mo, like flood or other calamities. Because at the end of the day, real estate is still a business. So, that's why maraming real estate tycoons na yumayaman because this is the way of life. Parang the end goal of everyone, the passive income where real estate can bring you. And then aside from that, the other concerns na ni-raise mo is our professional fee will be taking care of the project developer as we help them market their product. So yun nga, yung problem natin earlier that some agents just want a commission from you. That's really wrong, diba? Because you will not be paying us, the real estate practitioner, but the project developers will pay us because we were able to help them sell their product, right? So what we're doing right now is just a free value to educate you about the advantages of that specific project, where in this case it is Ayala Towers, Avida Towers by Aspira, diba, of Ayala. So you don't need to worry about the location of the project because na-foresee na yan few years back pa lang ni project developer. At the same time, for the commission, you don't need to worry about that. Just ask what you want to secure your peace of mind. Alright? So, all those good real estate practitioners will definitely share their knowledge to you because all we want is the best interest for you to have a successful real estate investment, right? So, fourth factor is you always have an option, diba? Like I said earlier, you have the option to buy or to sell your property if feeling mo na-increase na yung value ng property mo, and then you want to reinvest the money so you can easily sell it because nag-appreciate na yung value niyan, or rental property. So let's just say medyo heavy pa rin after 48 months, medyo heavy pa rin yung monthly amortization if nag-apply ka na sa bank loan, 'di ba? So, mangyayari dyan, you can prepare your property for rental income. Which mangyayari dyan is through rental property, it can be self-liquidating in terms of your property. Your property can be self-liquidating na. If let's just say your monthly amortization is around 23,000 and then yung condominium unit mo from Ayala can be rented out around 25,000 depende on your interior. So as he says that, self-liquidating na yung monthly. So hindi na siya mabigat sa iyo. At the same time, you still have to get to own that asset, which is your condominium unit, diba? So don't worry, by the way, don't worry about the bank financing or loanable requirements pala na diniscuss ko earlier because I will be giving away that guide for free after this video. So stay tuned ka lang, ha? Right. So provided that I have provided the 4 key factors that you need to know before investing your real estate without and be confident on investing, is you need to really work with a real estate agent or a broker. Because yun nga, na-identify mo na yung goals mo, your timeline, your purpose, and then your objections na your other concerns. So you can verify those burning questions mo towards the real estate broker agent para it will validate if tama ba yung assumption mo or you have may mali ka ba. Because yun nga, all we want is the best interest for our clients. So like you. So feel free to ask your real estate agent or broker. Pero if you don't have one, please feel free to contact me. So, don't worry about that. So, yun nga. So, I am done presenting my ultimate guide on how to win on buying a real estate property and being confident in investing. So, but before I end this video, I want you to get my free condominium buyers and bank financing checklist by clicking the button down below. Diba? Like, as promised, this is one of my bonuses. Alright? So, you get to enjoy and prepare yourself kung ano ba yung kailangan mo in terms of the investing. Kasi, earlier, I didn't discuss the bank financing checklist kasi medyo tedious siya. Because, you will need this after a few years pa. Alright? So, get my checklist by clicking the button down below. And then, because you finish this video, I have an additional bonus for you. You are now entitled to book me for a free 30-minute strategy and consultation call where if you think that now is the right time for you to invest in real estate. So if you have burning questions that in mind that you want to clarify, I can really help you with that. So just contact me by clicking the down below. Just get the checklist first, and then I will automatically invite you to book me for a call. Alright, is that clear? So I hope this video helps, and I hope you learned something out of it, because all I want in this video is for you to be a well-informed real estate investor. And then hopefully this guide will definitely help you. Alright, so again, this is Mark Arnaido, and then I hope you get to learn something out of this video. Alright, thank you, and see you on the next video.